Hello guys, good evening and welcome back. Alright, so in today's video, I am here to answer a question I got from one of my followers in my WhatsApp DM. Now, he was asking me how he can survive as an upcoming fashion designer. He also asked me how does it look up there or out there to be a top brand, right? So I made a post on my Facebook profile today and I decided that I will make a video for him or for us as well to learn or to watch and to understand. Now I will read the summary of the post I made and then for us to see what it is all about. Now, firstly, I said to be a fashion designer, to be a top brand, right? Now, to all young fashion designers working hard to come up to the top, please bear in mind you will need to triple your hustle to remain at the top. Most times, to be a top fashion designer is as tasking as starting because a lot of factors will be working against you. Now, client acquisition is a different ball game. Client retention involves a lot. Sometimes you need to go off your normal routine to satisfy some of these top clients. This is not to scare you, rather, it is an insight for you to be pre-informed of what it looks like up there. Now, the hustle is real at all levels. At no point will you rest. It will amaze you to know that some top brands hustle 24/7, 247 more than the young fashion designers. Bills get levels. Some pay in hundreds, some pay in thousands, while some pay in millions, and so on and so forth. At any stage you find yourself, please keep pushing, right? So this is a summary of what the video I would have taken my time to explain was. So I still deem this fit to bring it up to this point for us to also learn, because I believe most of us are also at this stage of doubting how possible is it for us to grow our brand to the top. I'm not saying it's not possible, it is 100% possible. All you need to do is to make sure that you are consistent in your hustling. There is no level that you will get to and you will stop your hustle. No. Once you get to any stage of your life, you need to be consistent in your hustle. This is what will make you retain your brand at the top, because if you don't hustle, your brand will not be able to cater for the bills that will come as a top fashion designer. For example, cost of fueling. Top brands spend a whole lot on fueling, a huge sum on fueling. I know a brand that spends at least 15 to 20k daily just for fueling. Just for fueling. 15k to 20k on daily basis just for fueling. This is what some people earn in a week. This is what some people earn in 3 days, 2 weeks, 1 month, as the case may be. But I know a brand that spends 15 to 20k on a daily just for fueling, right? Now, still going ahead, I know a brand that still pays salary on weekly basis, right? Their salary payment runs into 500,000 plus above just for weekly salary payments. So imagine that you are dreaming to be that brand, let's just say brand A, right? And you don't have the zeal to consistently work to that level. When you get to that stage, that's if by mistake you get to that stage, you will not be able to cater for those bills at that level. So you need to start from scratch to grow your mindset, to grow your consistency, to grow your zeal, to grow your strength and power. for you to be able to chase those bills and carry on with that level of involvement and commitment. Now, still on still, I also know some brands that when a client makes an order, they will use their money for total production. They will not collect money on the day of delivery, right? And some of these flows runs into hundreds of thousand naira, 200, 300, 500, sometimes million plus. Now, they make sure that the client in question is trustworthy, that he or she will pay at the day of delivery. So, if your brand is not growing in the direction of being able to cater for some things, please note that dreaming of going higher will be hard for you, because you will not be able to sustain yourself at the top, right? Now, there are a lot of other factors: taxes from government, bills from a lot of your staff, your students. Sometimes you have some issues, fabric related issues you need to solve. Now, these things are the challenges that you face as the brand owner, and you must stand in to defend yourself. All right, guys, so I still hope that this video must have gone a long way to enlighten us on what it looks like to be a top brand out there. And we know that you have a lot of work to do. The more you advance in your sewing, the more tasking the job becomes, right? Now, I also want to make the video make the two posts I made today in one video. Now, the next video I have, the next post I made was I also have a question that came from a client, a customer, a follower, that said he charged for a particular dress, and on the long run he found out that he's undercharged, meaning the fee he charged, or the amount he charged, wasn't enough to cater for the bills or for the cost of production. Now, he now asked me, what should he do? Should he return the money, or should he return the fabric, or should he complain to the client? Now, here comes my answer. As a fashion designer, once you have collected client's job / fabric or work, right, and payment is made, either part payment or full payment, then you later realize that the price you took / charged is small for, or not equivalent for, the job. You are expected to deliver the job at all costs. Then inform your clients politely. Some clients will agree with you and ask something, money or whatever, or they might disagree with you and stick with the initial price. Now, this is where internship comes in / plays a vital or a major role. If you have worked under someone for a while, you will have an overview of the cost analysis, pricing, and production expenditure. In the absence of internship, you will likely bear a lot of losses and possibly call it experience or growth stages, which is not too bad. However, don't give prices of clothes you don't have an idea of the details. There is nothing wrong with telling your clients or customers, I will give you a feedback, let me do the calculation, then by then you can go on survey and costing. Now, most of us are always in a haste to tell a customer, a client, how much they charge. Sometimes we go overboard, sometimes we go below the actual cost. So the reason of making this video for us is for us to as well know that in any time, or at any time rather, your client or your customer is asking for price for a particular dress, please don't be in a haste to quote any price, so that you don't quote lesser price or too much or extra ordinary or so costly price, right? So make sure you study the fabric needed first. Fabric needed is the first thing to consider. The second thing to consider is the styling. Are you going to put any embroidering, embellishments, any other extra fabric, monogramming, artwork, any other additions or accessories on the clothes? Now, when you have determined these things, you now know the actual cost of those accessories, if there's any, or the cost of those embroidering, whatever embroidering monogram you will make on the clothes. Try to know the cost, then after which, ask him or her the date of delivery, because the date of delivery has an effect on your cost of production. Because if you are to deliver at a short period of time, you are going to incur more costs by either buying fuel or paying for your bill, NEPA bill. But if you have enough time to run the clothes, you might be doing it gradually, whenever you are opportune, whenever you see light, whenever you don't have much work at hand, you just do it and possibly finish it up within a week or 2 or 3 or a month, depending on how busy you are. But if you are to deliver the clothes in a matter of days or maybe weeks, and you're already choked up with works you have already, that means you need to go and buy fuel or pay for bills of NEPA bill. For some of us that are using prepaid meter, to make sure that you meet up with the demands of or the time frame which the work is meant to be delivered. So after which, now you now cost your own profession. You are the one to determine the price you charge. You're not going to charge like every other person. You might charge higher than other people, lower than other people, depending on the agreement with you and your client. So your pricing is not a factor of what others are charging. It's a factor of what you can deliver. Because I have seen people that will make similar shirt I'm putting on with hundreds of dollars, while some make it with hundreds of naira, while some will make it free. But if you bring the two fabrics, you will see that possibly the one that made it lesser value, lesser price, is even has more quality than the one that paid a lot. So these things are individual preferences and belief, right? So now, in a nutshell, you need to be patient enough for you to calculate the real cost before you can give your prices to any client, right? So I believe this video I have made now must have given you some insights on how to approach some particular designs, styles, and whatever before you can give your clients price. Thanks for watching, guys. If you do enjoy this video, please kindly subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and also comment where you are watching me from. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in my next video. Bye bye for now.